Hey, Alberta. I received an email this week from Project Confederation. I want to read from it because the words speak for themselves. Exactly 25 years ago today, a letter was released that would quietly shape Alberta's political future for decades. That letter became known as the Firewall Letter, or the Alberta Agenda. By 2001, the West was contributing far more to Confederation than it could ever hope to get back in influence. Population growth, energy development, and economic output were accelerating, while federal institutions were frozen in an earlier era. That alone should sound familiar. Yet the West still found itself on the outside in a country experiencing a third consecutive Liberal government with a fourth still to come. The Alberta Agenda laid out a simple but radical argument. If Ottawa would not reform, Alberta had both the right and the responsibility to protect itself. The signatories argued Alberta should assert greater control over pensions, policing, taxation, and constitutional powers already available to it. None of that was about separation. It was about leverage. And I may point out, 25 years later, we are still asking for the same things. Ottawa itself remained structurally unchanged. Power was still centralized, Quebec retained disproportionate political influence, and Alberta's growth and economic importance was met with no corresponding increase in political power. By 2015, both the provincial Progressive Conservatives and the federal Conservatives were out of power without having implemented any significant structural reforms. The opportunity had passed. Canada's constitution has failed to keep pace with our economy. The more Alberta has contributed financially, the less we have received politically. By 2019, it was impossible to pretend Alberta's position had improved. In fact, it was far, far worse. Albertans voted overwhelmingly to remove equalization from the Constitution. Ottawa ignored it completely. That moment exposed the truth the Firewall Letter anticipated 25 years earlier. Alberta can follow every rule, use every constitutional tool, and still be dismissed. The coming independence referendum in 2026 is not a first resort. It is the consequence of a federal government that refuses to listen, refuses to reform, and refuses to respect Alberta's democratic decisions. Whether you agree with sovereignty or not, this history matters because this conversation didn't come out of nowhere. 25 years ago, Alberta drew a line. The question now is whether Ottawa finally takes it seriously or forces Albertans to draw a new one.